Now we're gonna go on to the part where Clayton. No, not Clayton. Clyde, Blueberry Clyde, takes the sisters home.
Right, yep, and that's when you get the whole "Hey, don't you pour a sunburst on me" part comes up.
Right. I made a Pepto-Bismol joke on Pinkie Pie, and she was like, "Excuse me, don't you pull a sunburst on me." And then Clyde was like, "I'm sorry, I just like to joke a lot."
It
So,
just works.
mhm.
I said it just works well because you did not only did you give her a nickname, but you also gave Maud a nickname too out of all this as well.
Yeah, I called her Raven from
Right.
Teen Titans because the way their color schemes are, they're both gray, but the only difference is the voices because of course uh, Tara Strong does not voice Maud.
Yeah. And also and this is just me just being trying to be funny with all this is that man, who knew that Raven and Maud look like they have stone color is what I would have called that. Stone colored. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's a good joke. That's a good joke.
But while they're driving and everything, Pinkie over here is like what, starting to tell about what they did on their whole entire road trip and everything.
Yep. Uh, so first, as she claimed, uh, they were off to California, and the first image shows her and I think I put it in limestone, right?
Yeah,
I think it was her.
Yeah, it was her and limestone is what you put in first.
Yeah. The video of the waves was I think it was from an hour loop video of waves, and that scene took forever to edit. I had to overlay the waves over them.
Boy.
That was a double layered scene there. I had to go on a separate edit on CapCut, and just to make that one scene, I had to double lay. I had to double layer everything.
Man, and it turned out pretty good for like the effect and everything. If I'm honest, there it turned out pretty good.
Yeah,
And
and
then
the next scene, and this is what caught everyone off, is when they went to they went to the Midwest, and they formed a band, and they performed on two separate stages.
yeah, this caught me off guard. And keep in mind, folks, he showed this to me, and I had such a bad case of a brain fart that until I saw the whole video up to that point, I'm like, wait a minute. Oh God, how can I forget this is from Chuck E. Cheese's? I didn't recognize the star. Holy crap. How can I not recognize the star that the only, Chuck over here stands by and everything else? And Wendigo was like, dude, you didn't recognize the star? And I said, man, I forgot. Okay. It had been like years. And I'm talking about like literal years ever since I ever stepped into a Chuck E. Cheese. Because it was not just the star, but then you see Pinkie Pie's face where Chuck's face would be at. Then you see the sisters, all of them on the different instruments and everything else. It's just like, wow, that is
they're
a hell of a nostalgia trip.
they're even in the order
Yes.
of how the animatronic band formed too, where
Yeah. Mr.
Pinkie was
Munch's
on the
make
star stage, and
Yep.
Maud was on the keyboard in the center, and Limestone on the guitar next to her, and Marble was on the drums at the end of the stage.
Now
That's the
so
exact same format of the real band.
yep, and if you guys are that nerdy enough, if you know all the characters' names for it and you know what band this is supposed to be making a reference to, you're old. Okay, let's just be real. You're old.
So, do you want to know where I got the idea from?
Yeah, I was wondering that because the thing is, it is like not only is it out of place, but that is like a hell of a reference to be making. Because for folks who are younger here, people don't understand that Chuck E. Cheese's and like how big it was such a big thing that it was a lot of people's like childhoods as it was. Like what time about like if you had like a birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese's, your birthday party was automatically the best there was, at least for kid standards. Let's just be real here.
Yeah, I have to admit that. But anyway, I got this idea from my own childhood. A long time ago, I went to this Chuck E. Cheese in Cherry Hill, and
Ooh.
it had the exact same stage format where the characters were on two separate stages.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, with the star on one stage and the rest of the characters on the second stage.
Man, that is is it still there by chance? I'm just wondering, is that location still open?
I believe it is, but I don't think the stage is there anymore. I mean, I did hear the news from a couple of years ago that they were removing animatronic stages, and that did surprise me because they were a big thing, and
Yeah.
they rose in popularity with Five Nights at Freddy's and everything.
Yeah, even
So
more so there.
I was surprised when they were removing the stages, but
Yeah.
the most common place I went to was the one in Princeton,
Oh,
and
yeah?
yeah, that location had a different stage. It was just Chuck behind a desk.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, there was yeah, for some folks who don't get this here, yeah, there was some places where you only would see the only upper half of Chuck, but he was behind the desk. There was sometimes where you don't see him behind the desk and you see him like right in front of the store sometimes. Again, it was like locations kind of varied depending on where you are at.
Right. And there was a blue screen stage called Studio C,
Oh,
and
yes.
it had a camera. And I remember when I was a kid, me and my friend would go over to that blue screen, and we would dance in front of the camera, and our image would actually show on the television screens. And
Which was like the coolest thing ever.
yeah, that's why I like that stage better than the other one in Cherry Hill, because you could do a lot more there in at the Princeton location, and there was also another one in Burlington, but that one closed.
Right. And yeah, again, this is such a retro thing here because I remember playing a little bit in Studio C and I thought, holy crap, I actually get to make something and it appears on the TV and people can watch it. This is like the coolest thing ever. And again, it was such again, like I said, it's such a thing from childhood that I feel bad for kids who don't get to experience that kind of stuff. I mean, they missed out on something that was like really cool like that because I don't think there was a lot of like Chuck E. Cheese places that are either that big to have Studio C or just, even have any of that cool stuff anymore. I would be surprised if there was any where I'm at over here that if they even still are open, maybe a few, but not a lot.
Yeah, I really don't think they exist anymore. Not that I can think of.
Yeah, but just when people saw that stage in Pinkie Pie's video, and including the reaction video that you got for it, they was so surprised to see that, and I remember just them going, "Holy crap! That he actually did this here." And yeah, you hit that retro feeling pretty well enough.
Right. All right, let's move on. There's
Then
another there's
yeah,
another
then
clip of
yeah,
they were in South Dakota at Mount Rushmore.
and Mom was staring at the president's faces for hours.
Mod, yeah.
Yeah, Mod. Yeah, I think I said that. I don't know, but yeah, she's because she's all about. She only went to a university to become an archaeologist, well, or someone who studies rocks, whatever. Again, I'm tired here, folks. Leave me alone. But yeah, so
So
we were Vermont's doing that, and then they went to the Capitol building and everything else. And before you know it, Pinkie Pie's like, yeah, and this is what we did. And then that's when Limestone cuts in going, you know what? I'm gonna tell how it really happened. And then that's
yeah,
when
yeah.
go ahead.
So Limestone, she talks about what really happened during their road trip. Of course, they went to California, and Pinky was going to go and rent a car, but instead of renting it, she steals a pink pickup truck
Hmm.
and just randomly stole $400 in cash out of the register. And I think she did that. She did that to pretend that she had money to pay for the truck.
Yeah. Or something at least.
Yeah. And then the Blueberry Clyde was like, "Oh wow, that is serious."
Yeah. Right.
And the stupid part is Blueberry Clyde thought that was the reason why Pinky was in the courtroom in the first place because she was arrested for stealing the truck.
AKA Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Well, don't worry. I made the joke for you. She committed a GTA, is what he's saying here, folks.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you very
welcome.
much.
Yeah.
So, Limestone continues this story, and she revealed that the only places they went to were gas stations,
Hmm.
and that's all they ever went to. They never went anywhere else but a gas station.
And then
And
after
once they,
after that, what it was like she said, okay, well, not only after we went to gas stations, we got lost in the middle of nowhere, and then you know, it leads up to where they're at now, or something like that, right?
they they made it to Virginia,
That was it, yeah.
and that's when everything else happened.
And then what did your character say? That this where she go, ah, he said it. He said the line.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what actually happened after that. Um, so after the story ended, um, trying to think what actually happened after that. Blueberry Clyde said something that made Pinkie Pie surprised, or she jumped in horror.
It was a couple of things. It was like your character said, sounds like a crazy road trip to me. Really? Like Pinkie Pie was like all happy about it. Me when I heard,
Right? Yeah.
I was just thinking, ah, he said it. He said the line. Being old Peter over here, like, and then
Yeah.
that's yeah. Go
I
ahead.
was so Fluttergoth taught me this because I never saw this before. Um, he showed me
There
this
you go.
character, Big Mac, and I was like, "You mean the hamburger from McDonald's?" And he was like, "No, there's a My Little Pony character called Big Mac." And I'm like, What are you talking about?" And he showed me the image, and I was like, Oh, that's Big Mac. But why isn't his cutie mark a hamburger? And he was like,
Oh boy.
"My God!" But anyway, um, he showed me what he actually says, and it was this
Yep.
"yup, yup" line, and that's when Pinkie Pie gets shocked because of the tone of voice again. Yup.
What?
Yeah, and if you couldn't tell, he Wendigo over here does that Big Mac impression very well enough with little to no effort. I mean, you just heard him just now do the whole yep.
Yeah. Yup. So
Yeah,
after
he just
that,
sounded like Big Mac. I'm
after
sorry. That
that, so Blueberry Clyde jokes that the Pinky was talking about the McDonald's hamburger, and that's actually a reference to the same joke that I said to Flutter Goth.
mm-hmm.
So after that, he continues on that joke, and Pinkie Pie said, "Wait, no! Oh my God!" And then there was a massive dawn, and she was like, "Oh wait, oh my Celestia."
Which is just funny to think about because that there I have seen that in Starly's video as well too, where they'll be like, "Oh, I mean, oh my Celestia," kind of thing,
That's
instead of saying, "Oh my God."
that's where I got the line from.
I think it was like what doing one of Starly's like Q&A like parts in one of those videos that happened or something. For instance, long neck, and that happens, and I mean, it just works. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, might as well say the Princess name and fame, even though she only just races the sun guys. I mean, come on now, just just curse her name and fame. Why not?
Yeah. But yeah, after that, um, the main trouble happens where Limestone gets sick.
Oh yes, that part there. All because of that drink she had back at the casino.
Yeah, and then Pinky tells Blueberry Clyde to step on it, and then Clyde was like, "I'm on it," and he slams the gas pedal, and Pinky was like, "Wait, no, not too hard," and Clyde just he was like, "Oh, sorry, my bad," and he still went fast, but not as fast as he wanted to go. I mean, it's just a sports car that he's driving.
Yeah, but to be fair though, the kind of sports car he has, that's one of those. If you have a lead foot, so to speak, it is easy just to go up in that speed without you realizing it. So to be
Right? Yeah,
fair,
yeah. So they finally make it to the airport. Clyde drops them off, and this is probably my favorite part of this whole series.
mm-hmm.
So Clyde approaches Pinky, and he tells her that if you gals ever want to go on another road trip again, call me. And he randomly goes off, and he goes off script and tells Pinkie Pie that he loves rocky roads too. And
And
Pinky just stared in shock. And Clyde just drives off into the sunset. I mean, sunrise, because the sun was rising that morning. He
yeah,
drives
very
off into
much.
the sunrise, and Pinky questions, "Is that supposed to be a reference to something that I should know?"
And I
And
remember my reaction to that joke there too, because I'm thinking, okay, knowing Wendigo and knowing him, this has to be a Weird Owl joke. And before you know it, it was.
it
But
was a Weird Al joke.
But not just that though. So the other thing too was the people who reacted to Indigo's video actually got that, which I'm surprised by because again, that's such a classic song from Weird Al as it is. It's like, oh wow, okay, so they actually know that. I'm surprised.
Well, I mean, Weird Al is a very popular singer, of course. I mean, uh, his parody videos are, I would say, just as catchy, or if not, maybe even catchier than the actual songs themselves. I mean, I'm just saying my own opinion about it, but
No,
uh,
I agree with you because if I'm honest, and yeah, it's a little tangent here, but for me, how I know of Weird Al was because of one song. And one song that comes to mind was White and Nerdy. That is the first song I ever heard of Weird Al. And I remember seeing that music video, and I'm just like, oh, so people, because it was like, I forget like what the exact woods that he was parodying of, but I know the song that originally
right,
came from.
yeah,
But still,
yeah,
just to hear just because I'm white and nerdy, just because I'm white and nerdy was just like, yeah, that's good. Then I go down this rabbit hole, and then that's where I hear other songs of I'm fat too.
that
It's a it's an
the
Amish paradise.
the Fat song was the very first song that I heard from Weird Al. Uh, and then after that, I did hear White and Nerdy, which I got to learn that song from those Luigi death stare videos of
Oh,
Mario Kart 8.
oh god, yeah. That's like that feels like another lifetime ago thinking about that. Oh boy.
Right.
But yeah,
But then
no, Weird Al is great. That's what we're saying here, folks. And just for Wendigo to throw that in there, chef's kiss.
uh, I love Weird Al. I mean, I love a lot of singers, but Weird Al, there's just something amazing about his songs.
And I know if I was a singer, if I had Weird Al doing a parody of my song, if my lawyer tried to stop him from doing it, I would have been looking at my lawyer going, "Are you out of your mind? For you stopping someone who is like the king of parody songs like this? No, let the guy cook. Let him work. He is there's a reason why, people know Gangster's Paradise. If it's not because they listened to the original, it's because they listened to Amish Paradise and then checked out the original. So you know what? Again, he's what I call the king of parody songs for sure.
Right. Uh, I remember one day I surprised you when I showed you a parody that Weird Al did of the Backstreet Boys. You you
Yes,
shocked me because you told me that you never heard this song before.
I bought it on eBay.
Tell me why I need another pet rock. Tell me why
Why?
I bought this alpha alarm clock.
Tell me what. Yeah, it was just great. Yeah. So, for those who may not know, because YouTube just loves its freaking copyright strikes and everything. Wendigo here
Yeah, yeah.
made a
Oh yeah, that
that
YTP. That's
that one.
I made that YTP as like
Hmm.
a it's like a training video for the Rarity video because I haven't edited anything in months.
Yeah.
So I took that and I oh, okay, I might have copyrighted everything, so I can't upload it to YouTube. But I did share it on my community post in my Google Drive. So
Yes.
right now it's still up. So if you guys want to watch it, it's in my community tab, and then scroll down
To the link for it.
to the link for it. Yeah,
And that so when I heard that Weird Al did a parody to Backstreet Boys, keep in mind, folks, I didn't think that he did, okay? Like, but when I heard that on eBay. I'm like, wait a minute, that's the Backstreet Boys of Tell Me Why. I'm like, wait a minute, he did that? I did not know he did Backstreet Boys. Because keep in mind, Backstreet Boys was back then pretty pretty boy band that all the teenage girls freaking loved and such, okay? And I didn't think Weird Al would ever do anything of that, okay? But to
The
hear the whole eBay song, the way how how you made that in that Arthur YTP was really great. It just cracks me up about what everyone bought on eBay. Everyone.
we had those paused screenshots too. I edited all four scenes. Uh, okay, so we are going off topic here,
Yeah.
but
No
I
point in.
edited this. No,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. I'm going to tell you this thing that I did.
All right,
I
go for it.
edited I edited the screenshot of Arthur
Mhm.
looking on his computer, and I put the eBay screen on his computer, and it shows a knife.
Yes.
You know what I typed in there?
Mm.
Sister stabber.
Yeah. And when I first saw that, I'm like, I mean, the way how DW is a brat and all that stuff, and she always gets her way like it's Burger King. Yeah, I could see him being like, I'm gonna buy this knife, and when she comes up to me again and messes with me, yeah. I mean, it'd be Arthur's big hit part two. Okay, that's all I would say to that.
I just hope if Matt Neff watches our podcast, I think he'll enjoy us talking about this.
Yeah. So, but getting back into the Pinkie Pie thing and everything.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, because we got lost in tangent. But anyway, so again, this happens.
Right.
You know, after Clyde leaves, what cracks me up about what ends up happening later is they get out of the car, they're in the parking lot, you know, of the airport and everything. Limestone is like, I don't think I can hold it in. And she does the whole Family Guy throw up and everything else. And then for the first and only time in Generation 4, this is where you get to hear Marble ever speak, which is just funny to me. And how did you do Marble's voice? Like, well, like, you know, how'd you come up with it?
Okay, so about what you said about Marble talking, uh, she didn't actually speak. Uh, that was a voice inside of her head,
Right.
but um, it sounded like her voice because I used Maud's voice, but I toned up the pitch.
Wait a minute. I thought horses don't vomit.
And it just worked. And for a while, I was telling Wendigo, going, man, you're the only one who ever made Marvel speak, even though it's in mine. But you know, she still said something. Because if you ever watch Friendship is Magic, she is a complete mute. She's a very shy mute, if anything. So
Right.
she never speaks. And I just told Wendigo, going, man, you're the first one to ever make Marvel speak.
Even though she didn't technically speak, she
Yeah,
still talked inside of her head.
yeah, pretty much.
Oh, and by the way, that Family Guy vomit thing that took
Hmm.
forever to cut out.
Okay, so I have to ask, when it came down to that, there was no other choice but Family Guy because it just seemed a little bit too perfect for that, for how it is. And plus, there's a lot of clips of them just bruh, you know.
I remember when I was a kid, um, we were flicking through the TV, and there was this one episode of them doing the Ipecac challenge,
Oh God,
and first it was Peter, then it was Stewie, then it was Brian, and then the last it was Chris.
yes,
And
that that moment.
and I was just laughing my ass off.
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. But it just cracked me up. Then Marble said, "Wait a minute," in her head. "Wait a minute. Horses don't throw up."
Don't.
Yeah, because they can, like physically, they can biologically. But it was just
Yeah.
funny just to see it happen, anyways. But that just shows you logic, biology
Well,
goes in the
it's a
trash. Who needs it?
it it's a cartoon. You make believe of it. I mean, the scene of limestone vomiting. Uh, that can't happen in real life. Horses don't vomit, but it's just a cartoon. You can make it happen.
Yep, pretty much. And then that's when they finally get on the plane and make it back to Equestria.
Yep. After they flew on the plane, they took the train back home, and everything seemed to be back to normal.
Yep, and that's when we come to the end of the whole Pinkie
Oh
Pie
yeah, wait. Hold
saga.
on a second.
Uh-huh.
Before we get to the after credits, uh, a lot of people got confused of the ending where they get off the.
Oh yeah, the photos.
Yeah. Um. So Rainbow Dash asks, or yeah, she
Yeah, that's
asks
right.
Pinkie Pie, "Did you take any pictures?" And Pinkie said, "Oh yeah, they did." And then she realizes that the phone was smashed. The
Yep.
phone they used to take pictures was smashed. And she turned to Limestone angrily because she realized that she's the one that broke the phone.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, no one, well, almost no one got that. But I'm just saying it here.
Yeah. Just in case. So it's like, a little director's commentary. There you go.
Right. Okay, now we can talk about the after credits.
Yeah. It's it just cracks me up that Summers was so happy that he was just in his truck after he got it fixed and everything. He was so happy. And then he comes back to Equestria, and what does he say? "Oh, I'm back in Equestria? But I was having so much fun in my truck."
Yeah, he was having so much fun, and then that all came crashing down because he was sent back to Equestria.
Yeah, too bad he could not have his truck, but you know, it is what it is.
Right. And that's where we come to the end of our story.
Yep, and that's when it gets a little, that was a crazy road trip, so to speak.
Right,
There
yeah.
he said it. He said mine.
I'll never forget that.
Yep. And I remember when watching that, it was just like, wow, he really pulled all this off. Not just that, but like I said way earlier, all that time and effort to do this, this project and everything. And what made this really cool was that at one point, I remember you showed me going, "Oh my god, Salty Cookie actually commented on my video." Remember
I
that.
was so surprised. I was so surprised that she commented on my video. And
Yes.
she said that, "Oh my god, your video is such a masterpiece."
Yeah,
And
and I was surprised too, because like we had talks, so like between like part two and like doing part three when you were making it or whatever, whenever that was, we were like, what if she watched this video? How do you think she was going to react? Well, we got our answer.
yeah, I had I had no idea how she was going to react, um, because all three videos were inspired by her videos,
Hmm.
and I just want to say that I'm happy that she's proud that she's my inspiration for these videos,
Yeah.
and yeah, I was at a complete loss when she commented.
Yeah, it was just so surprising because again, it's like how often do you get someone who, you're inspired by actually comment on your video and just say, wow, you did a great job? And especially when you consider the fact that, you know, her type of videos are like fast paced comedy kind of style. And for
Right,
her to
yeah.
be like watching like pretty much an MLP like mini movie, which is kind of is when you put all three parts together or so, it was like, wow, she actually liked it. I'm surprised. And I just remember how excited
Yeah.
you got about that. And I don't blame because like I said, how often does that happen? Not that often, but yeah, that was just like one of the other surprises we never expected.
Oh, and by the way, I kind of want to make a, a suggestion for Starly if she watches. Um, I would really like to see her use fish.audio for the My Little Pony voices.
I think it would be very interesting to see how she pulls that off with it because I think it will really, really be great if she did. And I could see that being fast paced with everything. And with the original characters' voices being that spot on, as we already gushed about earlier, yeah, it would be very interesting to see how the original voices with her lines and that style of comedy combined together.
Right. And fish.audio is going to be the website that we're going to use for our Rarity video. So I'm going to be very excited for that.
Yeah, and man, it's gonna be very interesting to see how the Rarity video is gonna be turning out because, well, do we really want to say anything about the Rarity video, like at all, or should we just keep that more as a surprise?
I would say we should keep it a surprise plot wise, but I think we can reveal here what the title of the miniseries is going to be.
Nope, go ahead and go for it. It's your project.
So the upcoming Rarity series is going to be called Rarity and the Revenge of the Sweetie Bot.
It's gonna be something else for you.
Yep. Uh, this has been thought of by me for at least a year.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I was going to make it last year, but real life stuff hit me, so I didn't have the chance to make it. But hopefully this summer I have a lot more time, and of course I have Dave here to help me with the script as
Yep.
well as the music. Dave is actually going to do some of the music for us here.
Yep. As Wendigo here has pretty much deemed me as, well, a couple of things. The music director, which I'm gonna be having fun with, but also as what you call me, the advisor at times.
Yeah, I did. I just can't really do these videos on my own anymore because I'm not free like I used to. Uh, we're all adults now, and we have lives uh, and stuff to take care of. So
Hmm.
the videos I'm making now, well, apart from my Cookie and the Milk 5 video that I did on my own, but the videos that are going to be me making this year, the videos that are going to be on my channel this year, are not going to be made by just me. I'm actually having a team help me with them.
Hmm.
So
That is correct.
yeah,
And I was the guy who should just say, you know what, we can help out. We just need to know how to help out. And that's kind of when it goes like, you know what, you and Flurgoff, yeah, I can use you guys as help. And ever since then, yeah, we are taking part in helping Wendigo out with his video stuff as we want him to actually do pretty good in all this. And not just that though, but again, as I mentioned, and especially from what if you were to see the DMs, you will understand this. We st- Me and Volgov saw the time and effort he was putting into this. We were like really like, oh, I can't wait to see what the next part's going to be like. when we got to be that kind of excited, it's like, you know what? Yeah, we can help out, we can. And well, ever since then, yeah, we're going to be helping out with whatever Wendigo needs and all that stuff. I mean, like like I said, Wendigo has a lot of resources now, like a whole bunch of sound effects, some music stuff here and there, and so much more.
Yeah, but I had to free up some storage for that.
Yeah, but that's more behind the scenes stuff that they don't need to know and all that stuff. That's a one day thing, but not now.
Right. It's going to take us at least maybe another month for us to actually complete this whole damn project.
Yeah, because everyone has lives, you know. We just don't do YouTube 24/7 like that. No. Cause like hell, it's like even for me, and there's some projects I wanted to do on my own, but I just need the time to actually do them. And also not to be a lazy butt about it. I just need to actually do it. As
Right.
as the famous Nike guy once said, just do it.
Yeah, that's a classic meme.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that concludes our podcast for today.
Yep. And this podcast here is the creators talk here. That's what we call this here. And we're gonna probably be doing more podcast episodes sooner or later, isn't that what right?
Yep, that sure is right.
Yep. So if you like this here, let us know and all that stuff because again, I don't mind being part of a podcast and I don't mind doing it here at all, really. But if we do this, it's gonna be more like casual freehand style like this, and I just gotta make sure I have a better mouth. Just saying.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, that's going to conclude our podcast for today. This is Windigo signing off.
And this is Gamer Dave here, signing out.
Stay tuned.